our children by the government. By the government. When we collect these children from bandits, we take them to hospital and take care of them. But what did President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government do to these children that collapsed in the court of law? They took them back to jail. They took them back to jail. And what did the Attorney General do when he came out? Oh, the Attorney General said he's going to recall the file. Excuse me, Mr. Attorney General, there's no file to recall. What we Nigerians demand is immediate and unconditional release of all of these children. They need to be taken care of in the hospital. They need to be better nourished. All their medical issues need to be taken care of. They need to be fully compensated for the pain and suffering this government has caused them. And their parents need to be fully compensated. And full investigation must be done as to who is responsible. And the police. The Inspector General of Police must take full responsibility for this. For us in the North, this is clearly reminiscent of...
It is clearly reminiscent of Shekau bandits. In fact, in the North, it is believed that bandits actually take care of their victims than how the Tinubu that kidnapped their children. You know something, right? During the Boko Haram's time, it was like almost generally believed in northern part of the contraption that protests was around. How many of you remember that? Yeah, some people are using that against them now. Under Boko Haram, the northern clerics, they were telling their people that protest was around. That instead of protesting, you have to pray for your leaders. So now it is not around because it is not a northerner that is the president. Don't get me wrong, generally, right? This is APC, this is APC thing. That's why Tinubu and his gang, starting with Boko Haram, they criminalize protest. You can't protest against us. No, you can't. Even though they were the Syria protesters when they were not in government. But they are so scared that if people should be allowed to express their disgust, because they have done worse than the people they used to protest against. So if people should be allowed to exercise that right, it could bring an end to them very fast. Listen to the personal experience of this young man on top of this issue of protesting against bad governance in the hands of the most stupid service, DSS. A personal experience.
As my task to actually enlighten my fellow young Nigerians on how to go about peaceful protest. And that was how we decided to get a DJ.
It was on day
3.
Day 3.
Yes. So that was how we decided to get a DJ and get some speakers and mics.
Okay.
Yeah.
On that day 3.
On that day 3. And then a small truck that will convey those items.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was holding the mic and the sound was a bit louder so people can hear out the message I was passing. And the message was, this is how you are supposed to protest. You don't need any weapon. You don't need to insult anyone. You don't need to vandalize anything. Just bring out your message. Bring your placards. If you don't have placards, you can take maybe leaves. Write your message on your placards, what you want the government to do for you. And that was what we were doing on the 3rd of August. And we started, we walked about some 10-15 kilometers.
And
which
area in Kaduna was this?
That was from Ongoma Azu down to Stadium Roundabout to Ahmadu Bello Way, then down to Nepa roundabout.
Okay.
And we were passing all security agents. We passed police, we passed soldiers, we passed cadres, we even passed the common citizens. And all we were seeing were applauds. The police were applauding us. Like, this is how people are supposed to go about their peaceful protests. Like, you are not supposed to disturb anyone. We were properly organized, and we were going and passing all these security
Was it a
agencies.
live crowd by now?
Yeah, as we were moving, the crowd was picking up.
Okay.
So, to our surprise, we passed Stadium roundabout. Then we were on our way to Nepa roundabout. We got there. It's like they were waiting for us there.
Who?
The DSS.
Okay.
And it was about 15, 20 of them there.
So they asked you to remove your shirts and then lie on this
Lie on this sharp
hard
grass,
and then pour water on you.
pouring water on me, hitting me at the same time.
That would be torture.
It is torture.
And then,
Yes.
and then they asked me to be rolling on the grass at the same time. I was rolling from end to end. When I got to this end, then I'll roll back to
With water on your body.
with water on my body
And this
without
was hard grass.
this was hard grass,
Sharp.
sharp.
So it will be pinching you as you roll it.
Yes, and all sort of insects were on this grass. So it was double penetration.
How many of you were
Yeah, about the first batch that we were arrested, about 12. Oh yeah,
at the same time? You
At the same time.
lie on different edges of the.
different edges. Like, it's a big space. We were rolling, and they were hitting us with armored cables, cable housing. It was terrible. Like, I have never seen anything like that before.
That's
And that continued for some, like, an hour.
you did that for like an hour.
For an hour.
I see your point. That,
Yes. And then they asked us to crawl. And there was a drainage, a gutter. We were crawling inside the gutter. And then we came out. Then they asked us to lie down and be looking at the sun.
Wow.
For another 1 hour, we were there.
God.
And then when they were done for the day, they packed all of us and put us into a room. And we were sitting on tiles. That was how I slept. Then I put back my shirt, which was soaked. And that was how I slept that day on a tile with soaked clothes. Before morning, if you see my skin, it was like, it was very rough.
Wow. So
That was the first day with that type of torture. Then it became different type of torture. They went from what you eat to how you go psychologically. You cannot be stable because they feed us 2 meals per day. I don't know if you are familiar with, there's this 1 liter yogurt they sell. I think Rufaida, if you know it, I don't know.
that's what they call it.
So I'm just trying
Is that
to.
about the size of the one they
The
serve
size-
on the aircraft?
No, the size of the container they use for the food.
Like a blue band, like an average blue band container.
Yes. So they give you like one third of that.
For your breakfast or
I don't know if it's breakfast or lunch, but they bring it normally around 11 to 1.
and that will be your first meal.
That would be your first meal. Then you have 1 wrap of swallow, either 2 eba, anything swallow, which is also no more than this size. And that's what I ate for,
those over 60 days.
yes.
Interesting. Well, the important thing is that we want.
He was taken away for 60 days. Omo, you can still see the trauma all over him, still traumatized. This young man was not, nobody saw him be, That was him after coming out, like about 2 weeks or so now. He's still not recovered. Peaceful protest. People believe that some of them died, but because they do not have known parents that probably knows where they are, you know, I mean, I reported that here. They killed more than 100 children in northern Nigeria for that 10 days. Yeah, they were shooting at them directly and they were taking their bodies away. Some of those ones that they took away alive, not be all of them they recorded or returned alive. That is the democracy they are talking about in that contraption. In your country, civilian dictatorship. You have no rights. There is no right to life. There is no right to assemblage. There is no any right for you. Something that got so bad that the supposed NLC, Nigerian Labour Congress, with over 14 million members, they don't bond them well to call out any protest or call out any strike per se anymore. Because they call them into a room and they say, whoa, we will arrest you, DSS, we will arrest you, we will charge you for treason. And the NLC, TUC guys, scared to death. They can talk and talk and talk if they ever, but they don't bond them well to call out that people should come out. Yeah, let's come out. They don't bond them well. That is the situation in that contraption right now. And DSS go grab you. They will tell you automatically, we are charging you for treason. You are calling for protest, you are calling for strike and order, right? They will table it in front of you and say you are actually planning to overthrow governments. That is different from this, your protest rights. I have right to call protest. No. Listen, this is the charges. We will charge you, and we have judges that will allow us to keep you away. They do not fear that 14 million workers, 14 million. Wow. They will quickly tell you and tell the whole world that, maybe the first tell you say, now China, they fund you, or Russia, they fund you. We have evidence of the money you collected from Russia to overthrow government. If they could charge children, they charge children for treason, that they wanted to incite insurrection. Back in the day, even during Abacha, during the military time, NLC people still call out private protests. They called out for strike. They don't bond this one well now. That's the reality in that place now. You can laugh at the NLC guys. You may think they are being paid, they are being given bribes. And no, this is beyond their collecting bribe. Right now, Nigerians don't get any rights. This is your demonstration of grace. There is no democracy. Forget it. Some said it is a state capture, whatever you want to call it. They have lists of people that they have written their names under surveillance. Everywhere you go, your phone, everything tapped. A total state capture. That is the reality in that place right now. You either be on their side or you leave the country. So if you still see some people talking, speaking up, and all of that, you need to have, just imagine the type of danger they are subjecting themselves to. It is called T-Pain. Today in Lagos. Devil Umahi is in Lagos. And the news now is that the coastal road, that coastal road that is awarded to Shaguri's high-tech without any competitive bidding, and what have you. They said they are redesigning it now. Devil Umahi said they are redesigning it. See, all the people's lands that they took around the Lekki area, all those in Lagos, all those communities that they took their land right of way. No compensation. So what they are now doing is to say they are taking more. Even though those ones are kind of saying the original design does not pass here. It's over there. You need to go and claim it inside the water. I mean, climate change has already kind of like the ocean has claimed all the land. You need to go back into the water there, the ocean there, and claim your land. This is our own land. Umahi was having a meeting with some of these communities, and a woman who happened to be, who claimed to be a campaign director for Tinubu. She's had her properties to be taken. They are going to take her property. So they told her to shut up. Madam, shut up. Madam, sit there. Yeah. So in their redesign, initially they said the coastal road, 700-kilometer coastal road will cost 15 trillion naira, $12 billion. But you see, naira don't crash further now. Yeah, the Nigerian naira has crashed further, worse off now. So that road, according to them now, is going to cost 18 trillion naira. 18. They are redesigning it. You know? And this woman was like, look at it. If I need to show you the clip.
Sustainability, please, sir.
Gentlemen,
thank you very much.
you. We have concluded the design and the diversion, and that is the design and the diversion. We have followed the law. Please, please, and please. Madam, we have. Who can you render our mic to us?
That is causing this. I cannot stop.
Security.
I can go out.
Move her out. Madam, give yourself respect.
Can I have that? Yes, it's okay. The way this is I'm a patron in Tinubu campaign organization that have over 5,000. Sustainability, please.
Madam, security, remove her and throw her out of this room. I'm a patron. In the Tinubu's campaign organization, we have 5,000 members. I'm a patron. Now don't bring T-pain upon yourself, and you've brought a T-pain upon the entire people. Una go share am. Umahi believes that it's the law. They have diverted. This new diversion is the law. It's a diversion, it's a law. So, madam, please respect yourself. Okay, respect yourself. You're taking your land. Nothing is going to happen. I'm going to bring you the full clips, the next time. So to say, madam, say if you show everybody say in be patron for Tinubu campaign organization, they will say, oh, you are our people. Okay, let's see. Nobody send you now. It's like all these Alimajiri children that they kidnapped. And now they are charging them for treason, for protesting hunger. By 2026, those children will be useful again. You'll be seeing different government talk. How they love Alimajiris. How they have to help Alimajiris. How Alimajiris are very, very good children, our children. You go see some of them, they chop with Alimajiris. They chop food with Alimajiri. Alimajiri go hold one spoon. Governor go hold one spoon here. They chop together in the same plate. So they are our children. Alimajiris are our children. We love them. We are going to put them into school. We are going to give them job. We are going to train them. And immediately after the election, they go send their boogie after them. Tell them to go back. So I think I've told you this before. Umahi, Werewike, I don't know which one is madder, arrogance, and mostly power drunk. Like what the people will call the Omoju Rolari in Yoruba land. Omoju Rolari. People will not believe say there could be anything in life. Then they found themselves in position of power. They became a governor. They became this and that in a contraption like Nigeria. So to them, all of them will be poor people. You are a threat. You know, to be a poor person around them is like sinners around saints. That's what you are. So when you are poor, you are a threat. They don't see you as anything. Except during elections when they will say, oh, we love you. We love the poor people. Yeah, disposable. You are disposable. You are trash. It's only that during elections that you probably mean something. Say one of the roads in Nigeria where the trailers are falling apart. So Umahi now says that they need 347 billion naira to repair roads in Nigeria and repair bridges. But they are looking for 18 trillion naira to build the coastal road. If they use 5 trillion of that money, they can fix more than 20% of Nigerian roads. Those are federal roads. More than 90% of the federal roads in Nigeria, they are like that. Unmotorable, totally. But it's been 18 months now, right? And they gave this mofo 300 billion that he claimed to have used to repair roads. Now he's asking for another 347 billion to repair roads. Okay? But they claim that they will be borrowing money to build coastal road. It's all crazy and messed up, man. While in Abuja, where the wicked was busy doing what the wicked does all the time, right? Fighting.
Somebody came to show me about one write-up where they said there's one professor that wrote. I asked him, professor of which university? Nobody knows. But it's a professor. They say he's a professor of law. Where has he taught law? Nobody knows. Where has he advocated law? Nobody knows. But it's only a professor of law in social media. They had the opportunity. They were given the opportunity in Human Rights Commission. Ask them. What was their performance? What was the record? When the government gave the opportunity to be there? Zero. Zero. I thank our leaders for continuing to give Mr. President support. I thank our leaders for supporting the FCT administration, continue to support. So those who want to die, that we are flagging off and will be commissioning, it's not our business. Go and hang the transformer and die. We want nobody any apology. We don't go any apologies at all. We could not to do something that our people will make our people happy. But let me use the opportunity to invite my dear leader. Let me tell you one thing today. You know, there are people who don't have character. The former governor of Abia State, we started this struggle together. We stood firm. We stood firm. Forget about people who are jumping here, left, right, and center, who couldn't even say anything then. These are the people who stood, who said equity, fairness, and what? Justice. That's why I would never abandon people like this. There are people, they just are human beings who have character. Yes, and that is what it's supposed to be. Hunger will not kill you because you have character. Some people, You see them, you sit with them today, they tell you something, the next day they are doing a different thing. That's not life. You must be known for something that your children should be proud of you.
I don't know. Is it just me? Will the wicked really look sick? His voice is daily, like going and going and going. I'm not a doctor, so I don't think that man is